What's going on, guys? Aaron Goldston here. In this video, I want to go over 7 massive mistakes Amazon dropshippers make. And the reason I want to go over this video is I've been dropshipping on Amazon now for about a year and a half. This year, or in 2020, which I guess was last year. It's 2021 now, but in 2020 I did over $1 million in sales. I make about $10,000 a month in profit. If you guys want to see my store, you can see if we open up the app right here. Ooh, we're right there, and we could refresh it live. You'll see done over $10,000 in sales a day so far. Sold 146 units, 146 items. So I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. And that's one of the things that's important. There's some people out there and they preach dropshipping on Amazon, but they don't actively do it. It's important to listen from someone that's in the trenches, that's doing it now, so you get the most up-to-date information. And what I want to share with you today is 7 massive mistakes I see lots of Amazon dropshippers make. And I've made a lot of these myself. So the goal of this video is if you watch this video till the end and pay attention, you can hopefully avoid these mistakes and be a lot more profitable and a lot more successful in a shorter amount of time than what took me to make these mistakes on my own, because I didn't have someone that, shared a video like this. So step number 1, and this one's going to sound a little bit simple. The other ones are more advanced, but I would have gotten started sooner. I thought about dropshipping on Amazon for years. I saw people doing it, I think as early as like 2014, 2015. I was kind of on the edge. I wasn't sure, and back then I was working at, I didn't believe that it was possible to make money as easily as other people that were dropshipping on Amazon made it seem. I thought that I had to work really hard. Pretty much everyone I knew has had a job. They work really hard. Lots of people work hard for not a lot of money. So the idea of even, I made today, the total profit I'm going to make today is going to be around $800 to $1,000 in profit just from today's sales. Might be a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, but probably $800 to $1,000 in profit. Forget that. I didn't even think it was possible to make $100 to $200 a day in profit. So because of that, I never got, I did get started, but it took me years to get started because I just didn't think it was profitable for me. Eventually, I got aggravated because I saw all these other people doing it, and I said, you know what? If all these other people can do it, Amazon's like the biggest platform in the world and they're consistently growing. There's enough room that I could wiggle myself in there, get some sales, and I should be able to make this work. So the first thing is I would have gotten started sooner. The second thing is about a year ago, I was drop shipping on Amazon for it's been about 6 months. I was making some sales, a little bit of money, and we had about 800 products listed in the store. And for a little bit of time, I thought, what happens if I listed more products? What happens if I got more products listed? What would that do? And at that time, when I had about 800 products listed, I was making around like $1,500 to $2,000 a month in profit. So I said, what happens if I were to list more products? And at that point, I had a virtual assistant that was listing products full time. And I said, what happens if I hire another virtual assistant to list products full time? Is that even possible? Could I even I had already 800 products. Could I get more products? And I was actually kind of nervous about hiring the extra virtual assistant because I was like, that's going to cost more money. And what happens if it doesn't pan out? And I hire them, I pay them, and the store sales don't increase and I actually lose money. But I said, you know what? It is what it is. Worst case scenario, I could, let the new lister go in a month if it doesn't work out. Let's just go ahead and see what happens. So I hired on another virtual assistant to start finding items, and we went from about 800 items to about 2,000 items listed. And my profit pretty much doubled. And then I hired on another full-time lister. And then another one, and then another one. And then I've cut back a little bit since now. But now I'm at the point, I got about 6,000 items that are listed in the store for dropshipping. I have 3 full-time virtual assistants, and their only job is to find items. So the second step that I made is I didn't kind of 10x, as Grant Cardone would say. I didn't list more products. It's once you get the hang of it and you know the right structure and the right formula, and on this channel, by the way, there's another video if you on this channel that will show you like how to find profitable items from one of the suppliers that we use. But once you have the formula down and you kind of know, you know how to do it and you can consistently do it, or you have your virtual assistant do it, I would recommend dramatically increasing the amount of items that you have. Because if everything else is the same and you just double the amount of items, that's double the amount of items people could buy, there's a good chance your sales might double or at least dramatically go up. Number 3, treat this like an actual business. So I like to kind of compare this to McDonald's. A lot of us have heard McDonald's. It's a popular franchise. To start a McDonald's, you need to have about $500,000, $500,000 liquid. All that means is like basically in your checking account. You got to say, hey, listen, if you look at my checking account right here on my phone, I got $500,000 or more. And then usually you need to take out a loan or get another $500,000 to $1 million to finance the McDonald's. You have to pay McDonald's $45,000 for a franchise fee. Before you're allowed to open up your McDonald's, you have to go to like McDonald's school. I forget the exact thing, but it's like a McDonald's school. It's 12 to 18 months where basically they teach you everything about running McDonald's. You give them 45 grand. You got to pay for the building. The building's got to be, right? You get the building, there's time. You're going to hire employees. You got to spend a year and a half going through training. And after that time, then you're able to start a McDonald's. The average profit of a McDonald's is around $150,000. It's around $150,000. Now, I'm not hating on McDonald's. I think McDonald's is a fine business and everything like that. But I compare drop shipping business to this business because I see people and they want to have everything figured out right away in their business. Or they don't want to put any money into their business. They don't want to hire a virtual assistant. Or they don't want to go through training. Or they don't want to buy a software, that's going to help them with their business. Whatever it is. And I'm like, you don't want to spend any time going through training. You don't want to spend any money on your business at all. You don't want to, you want to be making $10,000 a month in profit the next day. That's not how it works. This is a very nice business. There's pros and cons to this business. It is a nice business, but it has to be treated like a business. Now, I'm not saying you should do this, but I've spent well over $10,000 in the Amazon dropshipping space so far. I've hired mentors. I've tested out different programs. I've tested out different softwares. A lot of them I didn't like. There's one main software I use now for everything that's actually better than all the other softwares out there, and it's pretty much cheaper than all the other softwares up there. Don't be afraid to spend a little bit of money on your business, right? And the way I see it is I kind of look at the big picture. So I'll see like a new software. I don't do this anymore because I found the best software. But I'd see that a new software and it'd be like, I don't know, 80, 100, 150 bucks for the month. And I wouldn't want to buy it. And I'd say, you know what? I'm just going to buy it. I'm going to test it out. I'm going to try it for a month. If it doesn't work out, okay, I spent 150 bucks. But if I do that on a few softwares, I'll eventually find the best software. That's kind of what I did to locate the best software. So number 3 is treat this like an actual business. A business requires time, it requires money, and it requires you to learn how the business works. It requires you to understand and go through training and be okay to study and get a skill set. Number 4, this is kind of advanced. Number 4 is focused on the long term of the Amazon account health. So one of the things us Amazon sellers are always doing is we're always worried, and rightfully so, about the account health. Because there's a metric called the ODR, and basically that metric needs to be real small. And if it gets too high, Amazon can suspend your store and you can't sell on there anymore. So this is kind of advanced. So sometimes, I'll tell you, this is right. If I was trying to sell you on dropshipping on Amazon, this would not be it. But one of the reasons some people like listening to me is because they know that I talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly, so they know exactly what's going to happen and what they can get into if they're going to start an Amazon dropshipping business. There is a percentage of people that will buy your items. The percentage is small. It's very small. It's not as big as you probably think, but it's out there. There's a percentage of people that will buy your items from Amazon. They'll get the items. They will receive the items, but they're being what's called a knucklehead, and they're going to go to Amazon and act like they didn't get the item because they want to get it for free and they want to get a refund from Amazon. Amazon is not how eBay was in 2019, 2018. Amazon does not care about us sellers. So even though if we show that we successfully ship the item to the customer, even if the tracking shows that the customer themselves signed for the item and it matches up exactly with their name in Amazon, Amazon a lot of the times will say, you know what? It is what it is. We care about the customer more than we care about the seller. And what they will do is they will refund the customer and that money will come out of our Amazon account. That's how it works. It's not pretty. That's how it works. So not only will they take money out of our account, but if it gets to that point and the customer does a claim, that will hit our account's health. That will hit our account's health. And if we get too many hits too quickly with not enough sales, basically, then the account runs risk of getting shut down. What I do now is usually a few times a month when I have one of these customers and it's a cheaper item, I will take the hit, I will refund the customer, and I will take the hit. You know, the item was $50. I'll refund the customer $50 just to try to keep the account health longer. This goes back to treating this business like an actual business. All businesses have issues with it. I was watching a YouTube video and this guy has he's got coin laundromats. And in one of his videos, he talks about that. He went to look at his coin laundromats, and one of the machines where you put some quarters in to do your laundry, one of those things, someone decided to be a knucklehead and they jammed it. Maybe they were trying to shake it or get money out, but they basically broke the machine. It wasn't the guy's fault, but the guy had to pay money and get that fixed. The guy had like another thing. He had like a thing on the side of the coin laundromat place where it was like a little game. It was like a little game where you put money in and you win a prize. Someone messed with that. That got broken and he had to pay money to fix it. It is what it is. Grant Cardone talks about that. He had a time where he didn't do anything wrong. I don't think he did anything wrong. But he talks about he had a time where someone was just being a knucklehead and they tried to sue him. And Grant Cardone had to spend I think he said he was spending hundreds of thousands of dollars a month on lawyers just to defend his property. I think it was apartment complexes or something like that. So he might have had to spend $1 million out of his pocket just to defend himself, to make these guys go away because they were trying to sue him for something and he had to defend himself. It wasn't his fault. It was part of business. Brick and mortar businesses, customers steal from them. Employees steal from them. That's a big thing. Like if you have a McDonald's, customers, not necessarily McDonald's, but employees stealing. Or like 7-Elevens. It's very common if you have a convenience store where, customers they're going to walk around the 7-Eleven, they're going to take something and slip it in their pocket. Or the employees are going to steal from you. You're supposed to get 8 packages of Dr. Pepper and you only got 6 packages. And what happened was the guy that was delivering the packages kept one of the packages for himself. Your employee kept one of the packages for him. The employee marked it down like he got 8 packages, and you have to go in there and, investigate that, spend time, fire the guy. You're probably not going to get the 2 packages back. It's called the cost of doing business. This is going to sound simple, but this is more advanced than you may think. So number 4 is focusing on the account health and thinking long term. And if you have to take a little hit every now and then, that's what you got to do. When I tell you guys I make about 10 this month, last month, and the month before, I made about 10, or October, November, December of 2020, I made about $10,000 in profit. That was after all expenses. That was after I paid some of these refunds to customers, right? That was after I paid for all the virtual assistants. That was after I paid for everything. So you're still going to make good money if you know what you're doing, but think long term on your account's health. Number 5 is use tricks to get items cheaper. This could be when buying items from Walmart. If you buy items from Walmart with, like a debit card, you're not going to get any money back. If you buy it with a credit card, some credit cards you could get like 1% back. Walmart has a credit card. If you apply for Walmart's credit card and you buy items, let's say you're drop shipping items from Walmart, and you buy those items with your Walmart credit card, you will get 5% cash back. So basically, if you go to buy an item for $100 that you're going to drop ship and you use your Walmart credit card, you'll base it, It's basically like you didn't, instead of buying the item for $100, you're getting it for $95. You're saving 5% when you use Walmart's credit card and you're buying items from Walmart, and you can use your Walmart credit card for every single item you dropship from Walmart.com. So being aware of these, there's different tricks you can do to get items cheaper. What this does is, this adds up a lot. 5% might not seem like a lot, but in the Amazon dropshipping business, it's real big. It's real big. It'll make a big difference, and it'll either make you a lot more money or it allows you to be more competitive, because if someone is dropshipping an item on Amazon and they're using their debit card and they're dropshipping it from Walmart, and you use your credit card from Walmart and you get it 5% off, that means you can mark it down 5% cheaper than them. You can make the same amount of profit, and there's a good chance you'll be able to get the buy box on a lot of the items and sell a lot of items. There's a couple things to do to get items. One is get items, is like the Walmart credit card is one for Walmart. Having a if you're going to use a credit card, getting like a cashback credit card. Another is using cashback sites. And in 2020, there was issues with this. When the virus started, there was issues with cashback sites working. But now there's, at least at the time I'm making this video, I got a cashback site for Walmart. There's a cashback site for Walmart, and the other supplier I dropship from, there's a cashback site that works great for them. Cashback sites are great. Number 6 is, this kind of goes back to what we talked about before, but not wanting to use software, wanting to do everything, wanting to basically run the business for free. Not use software, not hire virtual assistants. Listen to me, guys. The software is pretty cheap. Use the software. Try out the software. Just try it out. Trust me on this, right? Yeah, you're going to spend a little bit of money on the software. The software might be $100, $150. Yeah, if you hire a virtual assistant, you're probably going to spend $200, $300 a month on them. If you know what you're doing, you can get virtual assistants, for about $1.25 an hour-ish. It's going to cost money. Spend the money. It's your business. It's fine. Worst case is you hire the virtual assistant for a couple months, or you do the software and it doesn't work out. You stop paying the software. You let the virtual assistant go. It's totally fine. The software I use, by the way, I got a link in the description for it. It's one software, it does everything. It consistently will find profitable items for you. It'll reprice everything for you. It's great. It's one software that does everything. It's better than all the other, I've tried pretty much every other software out there. It's better than all the other ones. It works better and it's cheaper. There's a link in the description if you want it. And number 7 is understanding that Rome wasn't built in a day. No one likes instant gratification, I don't think, more than me. I want to be making a gazillion dollars right now. I don't want to have to wait. Don't want to have to worry about it. That's not how any business works, unfortunately. And this business is not the same. Have patience with this business. Watch these videos. There's this video and there's a bunch of other videos on this channel where I do over $1 million a year drop shipping on Amazon. I give you tips and strategies. Go through those videos. They're all free. There's a link in the description to join our members only Facebook group. That's free too. Join the Facebook group. Connect with other people. Get a little bit better every day. Kind of get an understanding of this. Get all the pieces together so, if you want to, you can get to the point where you're making pretty good money. I work about an hour a day. The last 3 months, I've made about $10,000 a month in profit. I'm working about an hour a day. I'm doing that managing and overseeing my dropshipping business. I do it from my computer. I can do it anywhere in the world. This business is possible. It's possible for you to be successful with it as well. But just understand that it's going to take time, and it's going to take some learning, and there's going to be some I still make mistakes to this day, but I understand that Rome wasn't built in a day, and it is what it is. And that's that. So that's what I got for you guys. These are the 7 massive mistakes Amazon dropshippers make. Hopefully you guys got some value from this video. My name is Aaron Goldston. Have a good day.